We're talking about how to make bank using what I call the Smicket funnel. If you don't want to be on the phone all day selling big tickets, or if you don't want to do high-powered seminars to sell those big tickets, then maybe you ought to use what I call the Smicket funnel. Welcome if you are listening on LinkedIn, Twitter, my Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube, or today is the inaugural episode of my podcast. Welcome. Want to talk to you about how to avoid a lot of the problems in the big ticket model. So a shout out to all of you. If you're listening on a replay, type replay and let me know. Let me know where you're listening to it from. But there's a lot of problems or issues or challenges with the big ticket model. Everybody just assumes because of everyone promotes it and the hype that you should be doing a big ticket model. And there's definitely a lot of money to be made in big tickets, but there's also some challenges. You have the worries about chargebacks. You have to actually fulfill on big tickets. A lot of times you have to have a whole team. If you aren't doing the phone selling yourself, you have to hire someone to do the phone selling. And so this could be a real, a lot of effort to do a big ticket model. There is another model that's available to you, and I call it the Smicket funnel. It is the small and mid-ticket funnel. Most of my career, I've specialized in small and medium tickets. We do have some bigger tickets thrown in, but our bread and butter has been these small tickets and mid tickets. I'll put those together and call it a Smicket, small and mid tickets. And then at the back end of it, if you want to sell big tickets, that's up to you. But the people have already came along. They've already been indoctrinated. They already know you, your style, your personality. So you have a lot less pressure than you do if you're just out selling big tickets. If you're in the Facebook group and you're watching this, because we have a lot of viewers here at facebook.com/group/Marlon Sanders. Give me a shout out in the Facebook group. And if you're watching on podcasts, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, give me a shout out. So this is the model I've used. And one of the beautiful things about it is you don't have all of that stress that you can have with a big ticket model. In other words, I can come out and create in just a few days a small ticket, send that to my list, make money from it, put that out to affiliates if I want, make money from it. You can see the products that I put out to affiliates at resellertoolkit.com. These are the different small tickets and mid tickets that I've recently done that are relatively new products that are available for my affiliates to promote, and you can do the same thing. Now, I like to do mid tickets also and not just small tickets. And the reason I like to do mid tickets is because it gives you that extra margin. By mid ticket, I mean $500 or less. Now, everyone has a different definition of big ticket. To me, if I have to get on a webinar to sell it, it's a big ticket. Now, and other people view a big ticket as differently. They're like, a big ticket's over 5,000, a big ticket's over 10,000. And I understand that, and that's fine. It's all the same thing, though, because when you go over 500, unless you're a really, really, really great copywriter, I've sold 1,000 just from sales letters, but you have to be really, really, really good at copy to do that, typically. So over 500, you're probably going to be on a webinar to sell it. And a lot of people are doing webinar sales under 500, over like 200 or 250. And definitely when you hit over $1,500, then you've got to be on the phones to sell it. There are opportunities where you could sell just using a highly targeted offer with a really, really, really small group of people, and you can sell it just with chat and a Google Doc. But that's not what most people do. Most people, when they sell big tickets, it's over $1,500 and it's on the phone, or it's over $500 and they're doing it on a webinar. You say, well, yeah, but Marlon, that you could do an auto webinar. And it's true. And auto webinars are typically quite difficult or quite challenging to get to work. And in other words, you have to have a really, really smoking hot live converting webinar before you can turn it into an auto webinar. So here we go. Smickets, small and medium tickets sold to your list and sold via affiliate. And if you do this correctly, can add up to a lot of money. Now, there are a couple requirements of it. Is number one, you have to be more prolific creating products than you are when you do a big ticket. When you do a big ticket, you have that coaching program that you have out there. You have maybe done for you services that you're offering. So it's a bit of a different ball game. With Smicket, small and mid tickets, you have to be more prolific creating products. You have to get your offers out there more often. You're probably mailing offers to your list daily. And then number three, I would say you're emphasizing the building of your email list. I find a number of advantages with a Smicket model. Number one, it is lower stress. Number two, as I mentioned, you don't have to worry or be concerned about those chargebacks or just gigantic, enormous refunds coming in. You're still going to have some chargebacks, but you're not going to have those. You don't have the $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 chargeback coming into your account, right? I would say the same thing about refunds. I think the product creation is lower stress. It's lower stress to create $500, $200, $100, $47, even $27 or $17 products than it is to create this gigantic, huge coaching program thing. Another thing about the coaching program is now that you have that program, you've got to generate leads for it. And you need consistent leads, especially if you have a salesperson, which probably means ads. And as you know, the ads game is a real challenge. So these are why I believe in doing Smicket products. I hope I've enlightened you. If you watch this on replay, type replay. If you got a takeaway from today, please type takeaway. If you want to check out my free seed marketing report, it's at marlonsanders.com. Find the need, sow the seeds, reap the harvest. If you want to participate in our Facebook group, it's facebook.com/groups/Marlon Sanders. So thank you for watching today. I hope you consider the Smicket model because, especially until you're ready to do the really big tickets, can be a real lifesaver. It can make your life easier. It can make your life simpler. And then if you, for profit, if you want to mix in some big tickets, you can do that, but you've already conditioned customers with who you are, what you're about. You've indoctrinated. They know, like, and trust you. So the sales process is going to be less arduous. These are the advantages that I see of the Smicket model. So with that said, I hope that this inspires you or gives you some ideas, and I'll see you tomorrow on another live stream or